Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared to go to work on the road. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. From the plains of Oklahoma, welcome high above downtown Oklahoma City. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers against the Oklahoma City Thunder at Chesapeake Energy Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Adams.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, the Oklahoma City Thunder has moved up the rankings defensively year after year. Coach Billy Donovan said, "I've said it all along. We've got to be a team that hangs our hat on defense. And with their size and athleticism, there's no reason they can't be the best defense in the league." Kevin?
And they bring that physicality. Thank you, David. What great athleticism with both these teams. I mean, every move is so graceful, so skilled. I mean, majestic.
It is, Kevin. There's an explosiveness. There's this speed that is absolutely incredible to watch. Every possession up and down the floor could have the potential highlight reel.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Harrell in at the 4 slot. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Ferguson in at the 3 slot. Now here's Paul. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Here's Gallinari. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Harrell. Here's Leonard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Now Paul. He had 15 points last outing. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Adams. Shoots over Zubac, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
I'll tell you, Adams becoming more and more of a target on the offensive end. Superb at sinking shots close to the rim because of his size.
Beverley dishes to Leonard. Over Gallinari, and it's Leonard missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Ball's knocked loose. Now the pass to Paul. Gallinari left side. Rebound by the Clippers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. It seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Ferguson the pass to Paul. From about 16. Here's Adams. It's hauled in by Zubac. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Another miss by Leonard.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A miss that time would have put him up.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Zubac. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Paul's shot is off.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Now, here's Beverley. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Harrell finds George. Harrell against Paul. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And once it got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw tonight.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season. And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Beverly against Paul. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. He kicks to Gallinari. That one, no good. George with the defensive effort. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Now here's Beverly following the shot by Chris Paul, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, an aggressive player at the rim. Paul George has the kind of athleticism to make a defense look silly.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Got a piece of it. Passes it to Ferguson. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Here's a look at some stats for Zubac. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Averaging 5 points per game, 14 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
Well, I love it. Drivers think they see a crease to the lane and go for it. And eventually, he shuts the door.
And the Raptors went all in trading for Kawhi Leonard last season, Doris. Great talent surrounding him in Toronto. But this past summer, he decided to move on.
But, Kevin, a championship makes the gamble worthwhile if you were Toronto. For Kawhi, any team he plays on is going to have a chance to win. And now this young man, a champion, starts a new chapter.
That free throw missing.
Boy, you think back to the quadriceps injury that derailed almost all of the 2018 season for Kawhi Leonard. I'll tell you, he is back to peak form and reminding us that he is elite on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Now, here is Gallinari. He's coming off a 13-point game against Phoenix.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
That one good for 2. Leonard's got 5 points so far. And you talk about the best two-way player in the NBA. I think a lot of people, Doris, would put Kawhi Leonard at the top of that list.
Let's remember, Kawhi's a former Defensive Player of the Year, averaging over 25 points a game for a season. He doesn't necessarily wow you with his eye-popping athleticism, but the reality is this: Kawhi Leonard is a multi-time champion.
That's a 2 from Paul, and again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Paul with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the middle. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rejection by Zubats. Nobody near George. No good there. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Shot to stop the run. And the rejection by Zubats.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's Paul. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here's Ferguson. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And Harrell slams it in.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Now here's Paul. And Adams now top of the key. Back to Paul. And the rejection by Harrell. Pass to Beverly. Now here's Zubats, defended by Paul. Zubats kicks to George. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rejection by Zubats. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats. Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Adams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
And Doris, even though Schroeder changed roles when he was traded from Atlanta to the Thunder, he has embraced his new team.
A lot of people wondered, would Schroeder be willing to go to the bench and accept that role? He proved he was more than capable. And no longer having to act as a leader on a team, I think for Schroeder, he just enjoys going out and competing on a team with high aspirations. It's been a good fit.
And he knocks down the first one. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless, but who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. And this is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Adams, the pass to Robertson. Here's Baisley. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Adams. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Listen, there is a touch and a confidence about Steven Adams. If he's in the paint, he will get it done.
Leonard on the wing. Thunder with the rebound.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And that one's good. Noel.
How about that show of strength from Nerlens Noel? No fear in how he attacks the defense on these shots.
Los Angeles leading by 9. And here is Williams. He picked up 12 points in their last one against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And last season, Andre Robertson missing so much time due to injury. Think back in his career, he's been a pivotal piece for the Thunder for so long. His absence was clearly felt.
No good on that one. And with Robertson, you're missing his versatility on the defensive end.
It's no secret that he is out there due to his incredible defense. This guy can guard forwards, he can guard guards, and his reach is so important to this defensive scheme.
Muscala, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Good on the second free throw.
Well, an elite perimeter defender, Andre Robertson uses that impressive length to bother players. What a solid role player this guy has become.
Now here's Leonard. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Spurs in San Antonio. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Schroeder dishes to Robertson. Schroeder against Jackson. Schroeder passes to Robertson. 5 to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6th-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
And the first one drops. How great the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
Now here's Williams. No points in the game yet for him. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
He feeds it to Noel. That shot off. Great D that time from Green. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for George.
He hasn't been at his best this month from a defensive standpoint. He's not being as aggressive as he needs to be, and it's bringing his steal numbers way down.
Jackson finds Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 14 points for Kawhi Leonard.
When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, he can dominate both ends of the floor. Nice job to finish it there.
Williams against Schroeder. And Robertson has it in the corner. Inside, it's stolen by Morris. Now the Clippers moving it up. Nobody near Leonard. And a miss there on the triple. Thunder trailing by 10. Now Muscala. He averages about 5 points a game. Schroeder kicks to Robertson. Here's Baisley. Connects from 3-point range. Now here's Williams. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The pass to Leonard. Outside, Green lets it go from deep. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, there's the Thunder. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And right now for the Clippers, for me, they've taken the league by storm this season. I felt like they were maybe a year ahead of schedule in terms of being an elite group. But you look at them right now, and here they are.
Yeah, they weren't really on anyone's radar before the season began, but they're definitely there now.
Now here's Leonard after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Williams looking around. On the wing, Jackson. There's the three. The Thunder pull it in. 19 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Schroeder against Williams. It's stolen by Morris. Williams with the ball. Pass to Morris. From deep. Sinks the triple.
Really good job anticipating the rise and fire off the catch. Go ahead, Marcus Morris.
No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and has not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Muscala is out there with Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Andre Robertson. And it's Baisley in at the small forward. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Here's Muscala. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his third assist on the night. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Williams. His scoring average sitting at 15 points a game right now. That's a pretty sizable contribution. Passes it to Baisley. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. Hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
The first one falls. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Robertson the pass to Baisley. Muscala with the ball. He's guarded by Williams. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Oklahoma City. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. George is checked in.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall.
To the inside. It's stolen by Green. And George kicks to Shamet. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. Noel against Williams. On the wing, Morris. And here's George for three. Drains the three-pointer. George has got his second basket of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Noel. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. With a break in the action, time for a rundown now of the most accurate shooters at small forward over the last 10 games. You take a look at Shamet, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come.
And that is such an efficient group offensively. That really is the best way to describe them. I mean, they never force anything and always wait for the right shot.
You know, in addition to that patience and efficiency, they're each extremely talented natural scorers. They've got the kind of precise form all young players would do well to replicate. I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Shamet. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Baisley. Shot clock at 6. Muscala finds Gilgeous-Alexander, and he knocks down the jumper. Gilgeous-Alexander's got it back down to within single digits for the Thunder. LA has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. Here's Baisley, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Baisley's got 9 points.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
George looking over the floor. Back to Shamet. 5 on the clock. Knocks it loose. Not going to go that time. And the Thunder going the other way now. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. And that'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand.
Well, a look at that 2018 Clippers draft pick and Gilgeous-Alexander. His incredible size at the point guard spot makes him one of the more intriguing players from that class.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And last season with Gilgeous-Alexander, Greg, You could see what he was capable of with his length.
Well, he is just so difficult to slow up when he's running downhill at a defender. Already a plus defender in his offense coming along. He could be a scary figure at that point guard position.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Here's Beverly. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Thunder trailing by 6. And here's Schroeder. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
And it wasn't only his scoring, the intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And that one's good. Beverly.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Schroeder against Beverly. Gallinari in the corner. Schroeder looking around. Clock at 4. The 15-footer. The shot is good off the backboard. Gallinari's got his first points of the night.
Well, the size advantage playing a big part there. Just calmly rises and fires.
And that one's good. Beverly. And the Clippers lead by 8.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Schroeder against Beverly. To the wing on the left. Adams outside. There's the pass to Ferguson. Shoots over Shamet. Misses off the left iron. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Pass to Beverly. On the wing, George. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against San Antonio.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Defensive positioning so important, and he could not have played him better there.
Here's Ferguson. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Phoenix. Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drops it in from the low post. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Now Beverly. Outside, George. Here's Harrell. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Passes it to Ferguson. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. To the paint. Fader on the way. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, simply stated, Steven Adams is a force to be reckoned with rebounding the basketball.
George passes to Zubac. And here is Shamet. Outside, George. Back to Shamet. Just 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. The 3 ball. Here's Zubac. Makes it off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Schroeder against Beverly. Adams outside. Back to Schroeder. And the rejection by Harrell. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Ball's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Just 2 to shoot. And here's Gallinari outside. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Leonard. Averaging about 27 points per, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch. Someone the other players look up to.
Ferguson for 3. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's Gallinari missing. Gallinari with the steal. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Clippers leading by 8. Pass to Leonard. To the middle. Here's Zubac. That one goes in.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Now here's Paul. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Adams taking his time here. Shot clock at 5. Got a piece of it.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
And the pass to Beverly. Harrell down low. Gallinari covering. And there's Harrell. That's good on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got his 3rd assist on the night. Paul outside. And Gallinari kicks to Robertson. Harrell against Gallinari. They need this one. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, this guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
Now here's Jackson. 9-point game his last outing. Offensive rebound. The 2nd effort. And it's Harrell missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Ferguson. .32 seconds left to play here in the half. Left side Jackson. That's tipped. Over in the corner, Beverly. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Gallinari left side. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. The Thunder have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. Now here's Leonard on the wing. Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Morris has got 5 now.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 11. Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
They did an awesome-orific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-orific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-orific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. And as long as they keep protecting the ball in the next two quarters, they will protect the lead.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
Well, they're trailing in this game because they're shooting under 35%. Now, I've got to give a lot of credit to the defense, forcing the shooters off their spots and making them feel uncomfortable. But if someone takes something away from you, you have to be able to adapt. So they need a whole new game plan because right now they're in trouble.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Setting the floor for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Harrell. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Beverley. Just 4 to shoot. Ball stolen. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside, Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Well, Steven Adams is a formidable presence on the interior. Nice finish.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And it goes down 2 points. George has got his third basket of the night.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 11. Leonard on the wing. And that one hits back iron. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Gallinari outside. Adams wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Adams has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Zubac, the pass to Beverley. Harrell down low. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Leonard's got 16.
What a smooth-looking release from Kawhi Leonard, doing work in the mid-range. That is his comfort zone.
Paul passes to Adams. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Passes to Ferguson. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. No good on that one. Great D that time from Harrell.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And Adams sends it back. Paul with the ball. Great D that time from Leonard.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Now here's Harrell, following the shot by Chris Paul. The Thunder pull it in. Adams is...
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Pass to Gallinari. Down low, Adams. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Many players will tell you Steven Adams is the strongest guy in the NBA. Boy, tough to corral when he's looking to score.
And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Here's Paul. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari against Harrell. Looking to get it going, and the shot is long.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
And it's Leonard missing. Thunder trailing by 10. Inside. And the rejection by Harrell. 4-on-3 break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Boy, when you look at the numbers and the impact for Paul George, there is no question he's been in the MVP conversation. The outside shooting, the ability to attack the rim, and the force he is on the defensive end, just so impressive.
First one falls for him. And Doris with George and his offense last season might have been his best effort yet.
Yeah, Kevin, he had to take on more responsibility on the offensive end, and you could tell he has shot more and more threes. He gives his team a much-needed outside threat. You loved everything Paul George is able to give you.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Both good from the line that time. Clippers leading by 10. Shamet on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. George, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Ferguson. He's covered by Leonard. Schroeder, right side. Just 5 on the clock. Drops in the layup for 2. Schroeder's got 6.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
And here's George. 11 points in the game. Outside, Green. The pass to Leonard. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 22 points for Leonard.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Schroeder kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Noel. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dishes to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Well, Steven Adams is not the top of the list in terms of your scouting report, but you better be prepared because this guy can get rolling.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Here's Shamet. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Now here's Schroeder. He's covered by Shamet. They get a hand on it. Leonard with the steal. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Shamet's got his first 2 points of the night.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
A different look for Oklahoma City. Mike Muscala comes in for Steven Adams, and it's Robertson in for Ferguson. The Clippers also changing it up. Morris is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Jackson comes in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Landry Shamet. Now, here is Muscala. He gets it in there. Muscala's got his second basket of the night.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Williams. Thunder with the rebound. Schroeder, right side. Good.
This guy has quality wingspan for his size. Dennis Schroeder can adapt and adjust to defensive pressure.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. That's good from Schroeder.
You know, I think one of the important things for Dennis Schroeder is to keep trying to become more and more efficient. Let his offense come naturally and improve as a distributor.
And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul. Up top, Leonard, defended by Robertson.
The hustle, the energy. Andre Robertson gives it to you on the defensive end every single night.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Schroeder. Kicks to Noel. The 11-footer. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 9. And here's Leonard from 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Thursday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Clippers have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Pass to Robertson. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Schroeder against Williams. Right wing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot is off. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Tipped away. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Robertson. Now Muscala. Over Morris. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Muscala.
They ran that set to perfection and got a terrific look out of it.
Schroeder against Williams. With the floater. Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Jackson. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on one of them.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the third. Jackson passes to Zubac. Back to Jackson. And he gets it to go from the high post. And the Clippers lead by 11.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Chris Paul comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Schroeder finds Gallinari. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And for the last half-decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
And so he hits both. Now Williams. 1:20 left in the third. And it's denied.
The defense from Andre Robertson is nothing short of sensational.
Paul's shot is off. Clippers leading by 9. Leonard inside. He's guarded by Schroeder. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. So Leonard will go to the free throw line. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating.
Thunder trailing by 12. Out to Gallinari. Over Morris. No good off the front iron.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
To the middle. And the rejection by Noel.
This is a staple of his game. Nerlens Noel sends it back.
Schroeder dishes to Noel. Gallinari wide open. That one's good from the corner. Gallinari's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Schroeder against Williams. Pass to Leonard. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Paul passes to Gallinari. And the layup falls. Gallinari's got 9.
And you gotta love how Paul sees the whole court so well. Maybe the best quality for a point guard to have.
Williams gets the bucket.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Leonard, that's for 2. Off target with that shot. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Clippers ahead, up by 10. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Thunder trailing by 10. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So the Thunder 5 right now. They've got Chris Paul. Gallinari is out there with Nerlens Noel. And then there's Steven Adams, and it's Schroeder in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Williams. The pass to Leonard. Over Gallinari. And Adams sends it back.
Well, this guy is such a defensive stalwart. Steven Adams' size and timing. Send it back, Steven.
Schroeder finds Gallinari from downtown. The Clippers grab the miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. To the inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Schroeder outside. Adams against Zubac. Paul with the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Ferguson's checked in. Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Paul against Williams. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Paul with the steal. The dish to Schroeder. Adams trying to free himself up. And it's Schroeder missing.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
So it's the Thunder now. After the basket by Los Angeles. Pass to Paul. And they double up Paul. Ferguson for three. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Williams kicks to Beverly. Back to Williams. Clock at 6. It's not going to go for him. And the Thunder going the other way now.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Gallinari, the Thunder with another miss.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Passes it to Beverly. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Back to George. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Thunder trailing by 12. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Ball finds Gallinari. Can't hit from in close. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Yep, it counts. Oklahoma City's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Here's Beverly, the Thunder making the shot. Floats one. Here's Zubac. Goes up again, and Adams sends it back. Here's Ferguson, defended by George. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Stolen by George.
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnovers. It's slowly becoming a problem.
Well, you see the elite nature of Paul George's game. Make a steal on one end, finish with authority on the other.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Gallinari. Back to Paul. 5 to shoot. But they'll get another chance. Adams, the pass to Gallinari. Second shot opportunity. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Now last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
That free throw good from Gallinari.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gallinari hits them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Adams brings the double team. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Right side, Williams. Harrell with it. Here's the floater. No good on the shot. Thunder trailing by 12. And there's the pass to Gallinari. Over Harrell. And it's Gallinari missing.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
Pass to Harrell. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. On the wing, Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. From deep. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got 6 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Clippers leading by 10. Swiped it away. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
He dishes it to Beverly. And George, here we go. And he lays it straight in. And the Clippers lead by 11.
I'll tell you, that's the speed of Paul George on the drive. Amazing attack on the rim.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to the wing. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. From deep, Gallinari. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 11. Leonard finds Beverly. Zubac against Gallinari. Looking to end his cold spell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Dennis Schroeder. He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Now here's Schroeder. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. Passes to Ferguson. Shot clock at 6. The Thunder with another miss. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Second chance shot, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
First free throw is good.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line. Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Now here's Schroeder. Pass to Ferguson. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defended by George. And it's Schroeder missing.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Leonard with the bucket.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Gallinari right side to end the run, and the jumper is on the mark.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Los Angeles leading by 15. Beverly the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. He kicks it to Leonard. Some solid defense from Gallinari. The Thunder shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Gallinari for the three. The putback, and it's Gallinari on the follow. Gallinari's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
George passes to Harrell. Here's Leonard. Left side, George. A terrific shot on the turnaround. George has got 12 points here in the second half. Thunder trailing by 15. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari outside. Schroeder outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The offensive rebound. Adams dishes to Gallinari.
Boy, is he really getting after it here in the second half, just drawing a ton of fouls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gallinari. And he makes both free throws.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Now, here is George. He's covered closely, lays it up and banks it in. George has got 19 points.
Well, Paul George is not just a gifted perimeter shooter. That touch on the interior is impressive.
Schroeder passes to Adams. Shoots over Zubac. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. To the paint, here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 6 assists here tonight. Thunder trailing by 17. Schroeder outside. There's 1:47 left to play in the final quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. And here are the Clippers now. Now, here is George. The floater. The rebound by Steven Adams. And Adams has got the ball here for the Thunder.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Clippers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Leonard.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Doris, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. Now, here's Zubac. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up. The free throw drops for Zubac. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. The Clippers also making some changes. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Rodney McGruder comes in for George. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Patrick Beverley. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Burton to the wing right side. Now the pass to Baisley over Patterson. The shot by Baisley, no good. The free throw drops for Leonard.
We are looking at the MVP of the 2014 finals. Can we remember that in that series, Kawhi Leonard shot 60% and he guarded LeBron James?
Here's Burton. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.